All right, my friends. I am meeting up with Debbie. We're heading up north. We're going to the haunted hunting grounds. I know you guys love this location, and we're probably just going to jump straight into it. So I will see you when we get there. Is that a bird?
I think it is.
At night?
I hope.
What was that? What was that? Now it's over there. Oh, that frog just scared the crap out of me. I'm like, now it's knocking behind us. I see that creepy doll still here.
Oh yeah.
The frozen mistress. I swear there was another chair right here too. As repetitive as that is, I'm assuming it's an animal.
Yeah. I think so. I hope so.
Alright, my friends, as you just saw, we just caught one of my favorite pieces of evidence to catch, which is an electronic voice phenomena, or an EVP. And in this case, we hear a metallic voice say, "Get out." That is freaking insane to me. There's some weird noises coming from over that way.
You know I can't run right. Don't leave me.
So we've made our way back to where the house used to be. Now this house was around in the 1800s, and a gentleman by the name of Winston once owned it. He and his family lived here. Now the story goes that Winston dug around in some Indian burial grounds, and when he did this, he stirred something up. Now it either oppressed him enough that made him go crazy and do something, or it possessed him, but he killed his entire family and then burned the house down. This is why we're here tonight, to investigate and see if we can't make contact with any of his family members. Now some of the devices we're going to use tonight is one, a flux. It's a little triangle device. It has blue blinking lights on top. There's two motion sensors that point out in either direction, and if something moves in front of it, it will light up on that side. Now we typically will use this as the red side for no or the green side for yes. And we also set it on different settings between 3, 6, and 9 foot, but typically we use 3 foot so that something has to be generally really close to it to set it off. Now another device that we're going to use tonight is a REM pod. What a REM pod does is, once activated, sets up an EMF field around it. And when something breaks that EMF field, it lights up in the direction that came from. Also, we'll be using the Spirit Talker Ovulus today. That uses shifts in the EMF, or electromagnetic field, to come up with words that possibly spirits are saying to you. Now we like to use multiple devices so that if we get an answer with one, we can try to get confirmation with another.
Oh. went red.
My name is Jay.
And I'm Debbie.
We came out here to talk to Winston or any part of his family. The story that you guys have is very, very interesting.
Young.
Young? Was that your last name? You can light that little device up on one side green if it's yes, and red to the other side if it's no. Can answer questions that way for us.
If you see colour the way we do, the side that you already lit up was the red side. There's also another device around one that makes noises and lights up a lot.
Oh, that's the other side, green. So that was their last name. So your name was Winston Young? We get the Ovilus response, Young. We ask some questions about it and we get a flux response in return. This just proves that the response we got was what the spirit was trying to say to us. Winston, are you ready to talk about what you had dug up? I remember before you said you were digging.
Neither.
Red.
Neither? You don't want to talk about it? Now, something that does seem to happen a lot in this area is that they do not want to talk about the history. So when you start to press on the history and try to get a little more information out of what really happened, it kind of shuts everything down. Here you see us get the Ovilus response, neither, a flux confirmation, and then some more words that go along with that. Winston, are you ready to talk about what you had dug up? I remember before you said you were digging.
Neither.
Red.
Neither? You don't want to talk about it?
This is secret.
It's a secret?
Sometimes it's good to share and unburden yourself.
You're being followed.
What? I was just gonna say that it felt like there was someone standing like in this area. That's what I was turning around looking at earlier, right before that went green.
Could you verify with that device? Are we being followed? Could you light it up green again?
I mean, I'm hearing footsteps. I swear I just heard footsteps over in that direction. I was already feeling like something was kind of closing in on us and watching us from the back right side. And then we get the response, you're being followed on the Ovilus. Strangely enough, we just heard some footsteps and then a branch snap. Now, I'm not sure exactly what it was that we just heard, but it definitely sounded like somebody was walking around in the woods.
You're being followed.
What? I was just gonna say that it felt like there was someone standing like in this area. That's what I was turning around looking at earlier, right before that went green.
Could you verify with that device? Are we being followed? Could you light it up green again?
I mean, I'm hearing footsteps. I I swear I just heard footsteps over in that direction. Dude, there's something walking or moving over there. And what's interesting is that tree in that area right over there is where I got K2 readings last time. EVP from a female.
I'm scared of hawks.
Is there...
scared of anything but hawks. Well, maybe people.
Is there a female here
Pay
with
attention.
you? Pay attention. Something over there now. Are you guys moving in on us? You do notice as soon as I turn this light to red and we turned our other lights off, it really picked up. There's something walking around over there. All around us, it sounds like. Over here, over there. Yeah, me too.
Thing is, it's so hot.
Yeah. Oh, and that just went red. I don't even remember what I asked.
I asked him to verify. The last question I asked was ask him to verify if somebody was following us. I don't know if you asked anything soon.
I think I said something about they were all moving in on us.
That's right, you did.
Because there's been noises behind us, to the right of us, and to the left of us. It's starting to get extremely creepy around here. More and more footsteps are being heard. Well, if you still don't want to talk about what you dug up, Winston, can you at
11.
least... 11? Are there 11 of you here? Is whatever you dug up still here? Oh, these damn bugs go right for my neck.
I spray rest of like half a can of stuff and still been bitten.
Right? I hope that's an owl.
It sounded more like a coyote than an owl. Oh.
There's no way that's me. I'm like
No, you're
30 feet away from it.
Agony.
Agony?
I got it on the lowest setting.
I asked if it was still here and that went yes, like freaking crazy. And it said agony and now my leg hair is standing like up on end. We just heard some howling. Not sure exactly what it was. But then the flux went off and both of us got some really crazy cold chills as a cold breeze went by us. Is that why you're still here, Winston? To protect your family from it?
I really feel I just heard like a man's breath in my left ear.
What is that? Like, are those coyotes? Like, coyotes don't bark like that, do they?
What it is.
It's really far away at least.
Yeah.
I don't even know if my camera will pick that up.
Mine will. Pretty sure mine will.
It got creepy.
Yeah.
That's why I started asking about that, because I remember they didn't really like it when I asked about it last time, and it started getting really creepy.
Did somebody just whisper in my left ear?
Good morrow.
Tomorrow.
What time is it?
Over here.
Over here?
Oh.
Oh. Good morrow.
Good morrow.
And that fits right in with, this was like supposedly early...
And it went to red as well. Green and red.
Early 1800s. Early 1800s, maybe late 1700s. Jeez. And there's no bugs over
I'm
there.
not seeing any bugs. I'm gonna zoom in a little.
This was a very interesting piece of evidence here. We just got an obvious response. Good morrow. That directly fits in with the 1800s time frame that this story is said to have happened in. The flux response goes off, kind of to confirm it, I think.
Are you one of Winston?
Miller.
Miller? Hi, Miller.
Hello.
Were you one of Winston's children? Yes? I'm very sorry to hear what happened to you.
Now we finally are starting to get some evidence that we came here for tonight. It appears that we just got the response Miller, and the flux going off to answer some of our questions looks like Miller might have been one of Winston's children that was killed in this house.
Julian.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, Julian.
Julian, did something happen to you out here? Or did you live out here? Yes, you lived out here? Were you also one of Winston's children? Yes?
Hello.
This is getting some crazy evidence here. We just got another obvious response that said Julian, and then flux confirmations that he lived out there and is another one of Winston's kids.
What's that?
I don't know. I'm hoping an animal of some sort, but I've never heard these kind of noises at night, so
Bug in my ear. Ugh. Tummy. That's an how right.
that's about the only thing I've been able to identify, yes. Yes. See, even that went green, and that sounded like something got thrown.
Yeah.
We just heard a strange howl. I am not exactly sure what that was.
All I know is it looked, see that like kind of open circle area right there? It looked like I saw something go across that. It was probably just my eyes as I was turning this way, but because I didn't hear anything.
Definitely seems to happen more when you're using the red light.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Right now.
This went to red. Are you trying to follow me? When I was facing the opposite way, it went green, and then when I turn around like I'm coming back, it went to the other side. Do you not want us to go back here? That's a yes, that they don't want us to go back here?
Wow, that was extremely crazy. I just went to look a little bit closer at some of the area that we were hearing the noises in, and the flux activates several times, like something had run over to stop me. And then when I asked about him, saying, "You don't want me to go over there," the flux goes off to the green again. That is some crazy evidence.
You hear it?
Yeah. When I was here before on the other side of these woods here, there's like another section over there that I could get into in the winter. I can't get into it now. But there was something on this side that threw something at me over that way. It like landed right in front of me. You could hear it go boop, boop, boop. All right, my friends, so far we've gotten some pretty interesting answers that line up with the flux responses that we're getting. We're hearing a lot of movement in all directions around us. And I'm actually starting to get sick to my stomach right now.
Me too. I said it a few minutes ago. I feel sick.
Yeah, and it's just now starting to hit me.
Yeah, I've been feeling it for maybe 10 minutes now. I don't like it. Feels
Right?
like I'm gonna puke.
And I think you said that you heard what sounded like a man whispering in her
Yes.
ear. So
2 words.
it'll be interesting to see what and if we get any EVPs here. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm about to throw up right here.
Not nice.
This is something I truly cannot explain. As we approached the area that it seemed like they didn't want us to go to, Debbie and I both get sick to our stomachs. I actually had to take a knee as I felt like I was going to throw up and pass out at the same time. It was not a great feeling, and I have no explanation for it.
Oh, I gotta take a knee for a second. I almost had that feeling like when you've drank too much and you're like probably better off if you throw up, but you don't want to.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I feel rough.
And I don't know, it's not as hot out here as it was, so it's not like the heat's getting to us because I'm not even sweating.
I'm sweating, but you know I'm always sweating. Freaking men.
This also prompted me to want to bring out the K2 meter and see if we got any EMF readings there. For those of you who don't know, EMF stands for electromagnetic field. It measures deviations in the electromagnetic field because spirits are thought to live in sort of that realm. Now, based on us both getting sick like that, it was a pretty good chance that there was some spirit activity around.
K2 right there. You're gonna turn your light down, it's too bright.
I'm in the middle of the woods.
Is this Jillian? Julian? Is it Miller? Is this their mom?
Elegance.
Elegance? I'm assuming that's the mom? Well,
Where did you
oh.
go?
Eleanor.
Hi, Eleanor.
Hello?
I need more energy.
Well, you can take it from our devices. You can take it from our flashlights.
Maybe not a flashlight because we've got to get back to the cars still.
I got a second one.
Okay.
We just won't be able to see anything. I mean, the camera won't be able to see anything. What the? Did you see that?
No, my camera was pointing that way. What did you see?
I swear I saw something black move right there. I don't know. I've seen a shadow out here a couple of times, and it kind of looked like the foot of a shadow.
Well, I think my camera is pointing that way, so hopefully I will have caught it.
Something's touching my, like, where my gun is? On the backside of my gun. It feels like somebody's doing this.
Now this is where things started to turn. We get the response, I need more energy. Now we don't want them taking energy from us, so we offer it up from our devices and our flashlights, things with batteries that they can drain the battery and take the power from. And then right after that, I see what I swear was the foot of a shadow person go right in front of us. Now those of you who have seen some of my last explores here, it's not the first time we've seen shadows out here. Now the reason I even came out here to start investigating in the first place was that my friends hunt out here and they used to see shadows and it would freak them out. So they wanted me to come out and do an investigation. That's what started our investigations here, and they've only gotten crazier. Now right after seeing that shadow person, I also feel what I can only describe as someone trying to grab my gun out of its holster. It feels like 2 or 3 knuckles pushing against my hip on the back side of my gun, in between my gun and my hip. That's where the hand kind of felt like somebody had their hand in there and their knuckles were pushing up against me. I can't explain that.
Maybe your gun's like a trigger object to them because of the style of it, the type of it.
I know a bunch of you have been on me about getting a something or other to protect myself while we're out here. And Mary let me have one of her older guns, but I was making the joke that I'm finally up to date with, I don't know, who do you want to pick? Billy the Kid. It's an old style cowboy revolver, but it'll do the job if somebody screws with me. So I do have that now. But she was just saying that maybe it's a trigger object and I didn't even realize it because it literally felt like something was pushing on my, like, not really my butt, like right above my butt. But it was the same area where my gun is. And if it was like a muscle spasm, it'd still be doing it. What the hell was that? Did that not just sound like someone walked up to you?
Yeah. Very close.
Let's be friends.
Okay.
Yes, please, let's. I don't need any enemies I can't see.
Nope. Nope. No me.
The way the noises move from like in front of you to the next side of you to behind you,
Yeah.
that's what makes it like not seem like normal type noises.
Right.
And there's something definitely moving around and doing stuff over there.
It was a plane, maybe. In the distance, I could hear something. I thought it was like a growl, but it's.
Well, Eleanor, we're gonna leave you to your happy place.
Thank you for talking to us. I'm sure we'll come back and visit again.
Camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameras and mine's almost about to say goodbye.
Well, it's interesting because we said you could take stuff from our cameras or our equipment, and she said camera, and your camera's the one about to die.
Yeah.
My last video you guys saw, I filmed for an hour. We're at 52 minutes right now, and look how much I still have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still have 6 of the battery lives on here.
Wow.
Oh,
There goes my camera.
We just got the Oculus response camera. And if you remember, they said they needed more energy and we offered it to them. And now Debbie's camera has just died. A 4-hour battery drained, completely dead, to where her camera just shut off.
All right, my friends, that's gonna wrap it up for us. Debbie's camera died, so we can't really film
I
anymore.
have a 4-hour battery.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. So, it happened to me when I went out the other night by myself. They drained the crap out of my flashlight, and then, wow, it's ice cold right here.
Oh yeah, it's nice though.
Holy crap.
Should bring her.
Eleanor, you gotta stay here in your happy place, okay?
You're not allowed to leave because you must stay here.
Miller, Julian,
Winston,
please, all of you stay here.
Winston was it?
Yeah.
All of you, everybody who we've been talking to.
Thank you for talking to us, though. We'll come back and see you again. Ghost hunting is like Mike Tyson says. You have a plan when you come in, and then it gets all creepy and everything goes left, and then by the time you're done, you don't know what the heck you were doing.
Right.
All right, my friends, we made it back to the car, and for some odd reason, it's actually hotter here than it was back there in the woods, and I'm actually starting to sweat again. But the one thing I noticed is I actually had turned my camera off for half of the walk back over here, and when I turned it back on, it only has 39%, so something was draining battery from both of our cameras.
Yeah.
The other night when I filmed, it was over an hour, and I still had like 62, 65% left on my battery. So
Crazy.
very interesting night. Thank you again to Debbie for joining us. There she is over there. Don't forget to check out her channel. Like always, there'll be a link in the description. Don't forget to check out thejourneyisthedestination.shop for all your journey merch. Smash that thumbs up, and much love. See you next time.